Hello and welcome to Santa Monica Auctions here at Bergamot Station Arts Center in the heart of Santa Monica, California. We started our auction in 1984 in a nightclub in Santa Monica, and we've been holding them twice, three times, maybe once a year whenever we get a good collection of contemporary and modern art. This, our 40th anniversary, which will be December 8th, Sunday, starting at 1 o'clock, is a great show of amazing Los Angeles, New York, and international works of art. So we hope to see you here live. Also, we're available online through Live Auctioneers and Invaluable. You can leave absentee bids, or you could do phone bidding. We make it easy for you to jump in and bid on the items real time as they are being auctioned. And remember, it's smauctions.com. That's the website, and that'll lead you to how you can bid online, or how you can bid absentee, or how you can get a hold of us here at the gallery. So some of the pieces that I'm really proud of in this auction is this Andy Warhol silkscreen. This is one of the APs of the 30 edition, which were outside of the small edition of 150. It's a very powerful, strong silkscreen by Andy Warhol. And right here next to it, a piece that I am most proud of to have in this auction is a original vintage signed, stamped out of one of the most important collections in California of Kiki of Montparnasse by Man Ray. Man Ray is somebody who I cherish and have done a few major shows by, but this piece would have been one of the best works in that show, and we have a very low estimate, and whoever gets this is getting a real piece of 20th century art history. Right here from 1981, we have a beautiful, colorful work by Tom Wesselman, and above it we have a very complicated print and collage by Frank Stella, and next to it above we also have another very unusual collage by Frank Stella. Next to that we have Chuck Close, followed by Richard Diebenkorn, followed by a unique print, a very complicated print by Sam Francis. Below here, we have one of my favorite, very funny works by Andy Warhol that was made for the election in '72. And it's a picture of Richard Nixon, but it says, "Vote McGovern." And this print was actually made in Los Angeles by our own silkscreen master, Jeff Wasserman. Very happy to have that work. Next to it, we have, turns out, one of the very desirable, beautiful pool works by David Hockney from 1983. We have a few works by Charles Arnaldi, one of our favorites in Los Angeles, and an early work by Ron Davis. But most importantly on that wall, we have a original, unique watercolor and gouache painting by Marc Chagall that we're really proud of, and This sold for close to $200,000 back in the 80s, and now we have it at a much lower price, and we're very proud of this work. We were very lucky. We got a call from a gentleman who lived in Frank Gehry's first house in Los Angeles that he lived in and made. And he turned out to be a very close friend of the great sculptor of Los Angeles, Robert Graham. And he was a doctor at UCLA. His name is Dr. Robert Smith. And out of his collection, we were able to get about 10 different great works by Robert Graham, including these two relief bronzes that are fabulous. So above the door, we have this oil painting by one of my favorite realist painters, John Mayer. Next to it, we have a retina rare print, a Carlos Almaraz. We have an amazing original work by Bruce Cohn and his brother Larry Cohn. And of course, we have this luscious piece by Andy Moses next to a Robert Natkin small painting. We have another very important San Francis print and a work here by Robert Motherwell. So one of the works that I'm very proud of is this triptych that really holds a wall by Roy Lichtenstein of the cow becoming abstract painting. As I mentioned earlier, we have that great work by Man Ray, but we also have two dye transfer prints here by William Eggleston that are both very small edition, the dry transfers that can't be made anymore, and they're very rare and very beautiful. Also, we have the selection of works by Mary Ellen Mark, early works that captured Barack Obama. We just got this work by Ellsworth Kelly that is beautiful. It needs a little restoration, but it's quite an important work by Ellsworth Kelly. Not on display because they're in such great condition. In the original shell box, we have the complete set of the posters that were made for the 1984 Olympics. In the original box, in amazing condition, works by David Hockney, Richard Diebenkorn, on and on. Just a great set of 15 different prints. And with that set, we are including this limited edition of all of the sponsors of the 1984 Olympics in the original case. With the Olympics coming up in LA, we believe it's a very important set. These are two of the larger works by Robert Graham that were given to Dr. Robert Smith out of his collection. They really work well together, so we decided to offer them as a set. If you go online, you'll see how we've divided these, and we have them, of course, in the catalog. But these are the other works by Robert Graham. And out of his collection, he collected a lot of bronze sculptures. We have quite a few other sculptures in this collection. Right here, we have a movable, very early sculpture by Los Angeles sculptor Guy Dill. One of the definite highlights of this auction is this canvas by Andy Warhol, Llewellyn Maslin. We believe it was possibly one of two, or maybe it is the only existing piece. But she was a huge collector in Los Angeles of both great masterpieces from Europe, as well as acting as a Gertrude Stein for younger artists. So Warhol did this unique canvas with all kinds of paint and silkscreen throughout it. It's never been at auction, and we're hoping to get a good price for it, but it is starting out at a price that is very, very reasonable. Here is a very early Betty Saar print from 1976, another brilliant Sam Francis, a work from the 80s of Raymond Pettibone, unique, very well drawn, 2 different colors. Here we have a work by Klaus Oldenburg, and we have this really great Gronk painting from Dan Saxon Gallery from 1988, sort of in my opinion, one of the best years to collect Gronk's work. We've sold quite a few of them. This is really special. And then going around here, we have one of the best, and it's very large, painting by LA artist Don Sorensen, and also LA artist over here, Tony Berlant. This very typical, very large, bright painting by Tony. So after the Tony Berlant, which is a magnificent work, we have a sculpture that's quite amazing by Jeff Colson. And above that, we have one of the stellar works. It's never been at auction before. It's by New York, Boston, international really artist, Stephen Hannock, who's shown here locally by Michael Cohn. He shows in San Francisco at John Bergruen, and with Marlborough in New York City. His works are in the Metropolitan, works like this. And this particular painting is painted both in regular light, as you see it here, and I'm going to switch off the lights, and you can see a little bit of it. It comes to life with the black lights that come with this masterpiece by Stephen Hannock. From a New York consignor, she had gotten the complete sketchbook of Wayne Thiebaud from the late 70s into the early 80s. And there were, I think, 35 or 6 or 7. 5 of them sold through Sotheby's, and they sold for like $4,000 or $5,000 each. But we have 30 of them in this collection, and we have a much lower reserve, and they're quite interesting studies by Wayne Thiebaud. Small but powerful, this unique work by Ed Moses from '73. We have some other great California works. We have an original monoprint by Stephen Hannock, and a work here from '69 by Mel Ramos, Larry Bell, another unique work by Sam Francis, and this was the Diebenkorn, which is one of my favorite pieces that I mentioned earlier. Very rare, this original painting we have here by Pope L. I love that little piece. And here, a chevron by Billy L. Bankston. Here we have a very strong original work by Frederick Hammersley in his original handmade frame. Beautiful piece. Above it, Michael Goldberg, one of the great abstract expressionist artists. And Lucas Reiner, an LA artist whose work I like very much, that came out of a very important collection, is above that. So we're looking forward to the people who come and spend some time. You'll really see some important art history at very reasonable starting prices. So again, the auction is December 8th, 2024, here at Bergamot Station, and we invite you to come before anytime. Give us a call or just come by, but come to the auction, and as I said, bid live, online, phone bidding, and absentee bidding. Thank you.